There are often their Mores articles here. But there is still no understanding of the reasons. I will try to explain in a concise and compact way. So, the first thing that a real European ends the discussion with, if he is pressed against the wall and there are no more arguments, but we have the highest standard of living. And this is because we have the best state, democracy, human rights, and other European values. And why are we the only ones who have managed to take off with all this? Because there are many poor democracies, but certified by the holders of the controlling interest in real democracy, because we are white Europeans, the highest and most organized race on earth. You can't say this out loud. We have overcome corruption and other signs of backward societies. Well, and a few others, but that's not certain. What is the first thing a person who gets European citizenship does? He starts cosplaying the behavior of the real white man, hereafter, the elf. The first thing he loudly declares that I am not interested in politics, even if in Russia, the character supported Navalny. I am interested in art, music, painting, theater, all this beautiful, travel, dreaming of visiting the Louvre and all this. I want to buy a Porsche with the first salary, but God forbid, not politics. Politics. The average German is interested in the week before the election. Of course, newcomers vote for the ruling party, even if they're Merkel for a third term. It's not a crime, under the law you can, but you have a terrible Putin and the URFUFU, the entire international community does not approve. This ostensible disinterest in politics is a characteristic honed by centuries of colonial and post-colonial robbery. It doesn't matter who exactly will ensure this very universal prosperity and by what means, even if you have to chop the hands of slaves. A real elf brings selective vision to automaticity, the property of not seeing what he doesn't need. Hence all these astonishments on French TV, how, it was not Putin who shelled Donetsk for 8 years. We urgently go on a commercial break. Anything the elf doesn't like is automatically Putin's propaganda, nonsense/bullshit, or it's just ridiculous, shawls about the genocide of Russians in the Donbass. In order to find out the truth, the elf does the following: he reads what is written/said in conditionally right-wing and conditionally left-wing publications/TV channels. For example, for Germany, it is the CDU and the SPD. If they both say the same thing, then this is the truth. These are the competing parties, they must fight for the voter and tell him the truth. Looking for other sources is taboo. It could be conspiracy theories or God forbid Putin's propaganda. Since the elf has learned the whole truth, it makes no sense for him to participate in a political discussion. With respect to the Papuan, the elf has a carefully concealed arrogance, covered by hypocrisy and others stifle apolip. He can briefly state the white man's vision of the situation, and if that doesn't convince the Papuan and he doesn't fall down, the light elf simply stops wasting time on the pointless task. The only equitable agreement between an elf and a Papuan is Papa sells everything he has for the elf's money, and the elf doesn't bombard him. If Papuas does not heed the voice of the white man, he will be coerced by the whole world community by every means available to him. Why do elves believe the reports about Putin's atrocities in bombing hospitals and kindergartens is simple. They, pale elves, even under the leadership of Hitler, genocide people and everyone else, from their point of view, can eat babies for breakfast. Just declare Putin a mad dictator and that's it, no one will know who is right or wrong. Here is the world good, and here is the world evil, as in the comic book. How does a light elf know that his whole world society urgently needs to humanely bomb someone? Oh, it's very simple. He'll wake up and see the first 10 news items on Google's top about it. He'll read Facebook about it. Walking outside, he'll see a poster at the bus stop about it. When he gets in his car, he'll hear it on the radio. I don't even talk about television. And when the elf is fed up with it, he's ready for even a little bloodshed, but so that the bad die quickly and without suffering, so that the mockery of it stops and the news again include cats, celebrities, and other new Bentley car that you'll buy someday. The elf is fully confident in the victory of the world community, because he consciously became an elf and accepted the whole set of European values, and they come in a package, you cannot separate them partially.